Ooh, Warren Lotus, Jeff Staple. Let's talk about it. Hey, what's going on, everyone? Rolo Tornado Jr., dunksrnice, and this is, I guess you could call it, a series where I want to go ahead and diverse the channel to add a reaction, my thoughts, and what I see. And it's something that I've been watching a lot of videos, and I've been trying to incorporate that into this channel, specifically for my channel, dunksrnice. I know there's been a handful of other videos that's been doing this way before me, so kudos to them, credit goes to them. I'm not the first, I'm not the last. This is something that I want to go ahead and do and see how far I can go ahead and take it. So first things first, I want to go ahead and address the audio where I'm at. I'm in a different space at the moment. I have my light set up, a white background. If the audio does sound different, it's only because of that there's a lot of empty space around me, from my sides to the back where the camera isn't showing it. So I'll just go ahead and address that right now. So as for myself, when I first saw this, the whole Jeff Staple Warren Lotus collaboration, if you're not familiar with both of those, which I'll get into a bit, for myself, I'm I guess you could say, label me as a sneakerhead, someone who's really obsessed, who likes sneakers in general, and that just likes that. You know, so I've been doing this for a while now. Jeff Staple, if you don't know who he is, he's more known for the Nike Dunk Low Pigeons, NYC Pigeons, which I'll go in and put up on the screen. And I'm looking at it along with Warren Lotus. So if you don't know who Warren Lotus is, you know, first time I saw him was mainly that Nike Dunk he did with that Jason mask logo as a replacement for the swoosh. And I believe on the sole as well, he has his logo or name or whatever. That was the first time I saw that, and I was like, okay, another person doing this, you know, nothing new really. And then he decides to do a Stussy dunk, which, I don't know, it didn't make sense to me. You know, you look at it, you're like, there's no relationship or, you know, correlation to the both of them when you look at it. Obviously, it's a Nike dunk that we're so accustomed to, that you have the Stussy colors, that brown pink color, and then you have his logo, and you're like, hey, what the moment? You know, you look at it, you're like, huh? What? This doesn't make any sense. You look at the next thing he's gonna be bringing out, which is a Heineken dunk. You're like, yo, what? It just doesn't make sense to me. So I'll jump into two parts, whether are you with it or against it, the pros and cons into it. And then as of yesterday, we see the whole Jeff Staple Warren Lotus thing. And for myself, what I see with Jeff, I try to look at things at both perspectives view on both the pro and con of it. At first, it didn't fly with me because I knew it was a bootleg Nike dunk. Like, personally for me, I prefer the swoosh over the whole Warren Lotus thing, but that's just me. I also want to say, you know, I'm not hating, I'm not disliking it, but as for myself personally, it's not for me. Others are feeling it and some aren't. You know, for what I'm seeing on the internet, social media platform that you're seeing, there's a lot more hate than there is a lot more love, but there is a divide between the both of them. For Jeff Staple, how I viewed him was he's a businessman. He does collaborations. He's about, you know, securing the bag, making that money, and there's no wrong to that. If you were to see your friend or family make money, more than likely you're gonna go in and congratulate them, be less salty, hateful towards it, is what I'm saying. Behind closed doors, we don't know what behind between the two of them. Nike doesn't need Jeff Staple to be successful or to succeed, because Nike's a multi-billion-dollar company. You know, they don't really need Jeff like that. But way of putting everything out on a collaboration like this, it's, again, you're just like, why? You know, your whole legacy is on that. As time goes, there's a lot of things where you have to learn to adapt. I guess you could say embrace the change. All I know for a fact is the ties between Nike, the bridges connect, all that, they're gone. They're out the door. So I'll go in and put that out there. As for the whole Warren Lotus thing, if you're with them, you're with them. If you're not, you're not. You know, it's what's done is done. You know, it is what it is. I would definitely want the legit pair, but I understand there's also the crowd that doesn't want to pay the X amount of dollars. I know it's a five-digit dollar shoe, like 10 or whatever price it is. And when you have a collaboration like this, that's not with Nikes, is definitely a lot less. Well, I understand that point of perspective view that you don't want to spend X amount of dollars and you rather get this instead of that. But for me, it's again, it's different on how you're viewing it from the person that you are. For me, as a sneaker enthusiast, a sneakerhead, it's not flying with me. But if you're just a regular consumer that just wants the sneaker, then I understand that point of view as well. To add to this, am I for someone doing whatever they're doing with a lot of like the Jordan 1s, the Dunks, the Forces, and everything with this? You know, it does bring a topic with Bape. Bape did start in, I believe, the early 90s with Nigo. He did his own interpretation on the camo. Then with the shoe, he did his own twist to it, and that's what a lot of people's counter argument comes to when it comes to this sneaker itself. Am I hating someone for that, what they're doing? Of course not. I never really like to diss anybody or dislike anybody for their hustle, their way of getting money. That's just them, that's their whole decision. Can't really knock anybody for it. When he does a collaboration with Jeff Staple, that's when it becomes different, because there's a borderline between customs, bootlegs, fakes, whatever you want to go in and label them as or whatever. There's a line when it comes to that. I do customs for myself and I label it as customs, and some people like and dislike it. And to bring that to also, there was this from Brandon Flip It SF. He did say that, especially being a businessman, you got to think of the well-being of your business and every action that affects it. That's just one thing with Jeff Staples. So a lot of people, again, are liking it, and a lot of other people are not liking it, like they dislike it. And I'm looking at the comment section. A lot of people are saying, WTF, what is this? What happened to protecting the legacy of OG Jeff? It's just, you know, you just look at it. You're just like, why? I think that's what a lot of people want to know. Again, we don't know what happened behind closed doors, the money that is being brought to this. I think that's one of the main reasons why Jeff is doing this, is the money reason, and I can't really knock him for that. He's a collaboration, a businessman. So it just really ties into that. And to add on to this is the homie Derek. He also did mention DK Nomadic. He also mentioned that we aren't buying his 15th iteration of the Pigeon hoodie. So he has a collab with Warren Lotas. So that gives another perspective to the whole Warren Lotas, Jeff Staple collaboration, partnership, whatever you want to go and label it as. I also saw this on a Facebook group post, and someone commented saying, you either die a hero or you live long enough to see yourself become a villain. And you know, that's a very true statement. That was from the movie Batman The Dark Knight. And I'm gonna go and leave it to that to end this video. The comment section, I decided to leave it very neutral as a discussion topic for you guys, because this is just my thoughts, the pros and cons between the two. I left the comment section pretty open for that. This is also a kind of segment because I've been watching a lot of reaction videos, what are your thoughts to it, and I kind of like this video. This was actually a lot of fun. But again, comment, like, and subscribe, all those good things, and I'll catch you in the next video. It's gonna be good. Yay!